I'm sitting outside my room at the retreat center here. It is so freaking beautiful. The place we're staying is called Maladara in Thailand. It's outside of Chiang Mai and it's stunning. But I just snuck away to get a little me time. I love leading retreats. It's incredible. It's really a dream come true. But I definitely have to like sneak away and get a little me time. And I just had something on my mind and I wanted to share it. And then we go back to me time. But today we're talking about Bhāvanā, which means to cultivate. And I thought this was important to share. So, often we talk so much about setting intentions and even manifestation and, even these affirmations like I am worthy, I am enough, I'm loved. All these things are wonderful. They're wonderful. But it's really important to know that we need to plant seeds behind these intentions. We can't just stop at the intention process or the, putting our wish out there and just hoping that something happens to it. So Bhāvanā is to cultivate. Like, what are we actually doing? What am I actually doing to feed and to nourish what it is that we desire? So if we're wanting a supportive partnership, if we're wanting to change jobs, if we're wanting to travel more, to become more present. So I'll go with that one. I'm wanting to be more present. I've had a really rough year due to a, pretty toxic relationship. And I knew that I was losing presence. It was very apparent. I couldn't focus on anything else. So I was very stuck. I was really anxious. I couldn't focus really on anything else. And I completely lost presence with my work, with my friends, with my family, with anything that was happening around me, with the day-to-day. And I knew that was true, but I didn't realize the width and the depth of it until it started to come back. And I'm like, oh, it feels so good. It feels really good. But I still find myself going off in my head because now I've created a pattern of not being present. Going off in my head about different things, about things I need to do for work or things I need to, sometimes I'm in a conversation and I realize, where's my mind? It's somewhere completely different. And like, why am I not present? And I think for one, that I've created this, these pathways of not being present, of being in my head. And as well, I think our culture is becoming so like short-term attention span as well. I've noticed that my reading has gone down a lot. I still read every night. But the amount of books that I actually finish has gone down drastically due to, I can't even imagine what it was years ago. I was reading this, okay, this is embarrassing. I was reading this article about how our attention span is so short and how we can't like read books anymore, that we can only read short, these short articles. And it was saying how short it was. And, I do YouTube videos, and the amount of the length of a YouTube video that people, the prime time to film a YouTube video is actually like 6 to 7 minutes, which is really wild. But then back to the article, was like, even reading this article, you probably are by now skimming the words. And I was like, oh my God, I'm totally skimming the words. Like, I'm totally skipping paragraphs. And it's just like, wow, what is going on? So, back to what I was talking about earlier, see me jumping around. Bhāvanā, if I'm wanting more presence, I've been saying it for a while, for a little bit now, I want to be more present, So how am I going to do that? So actually putting some things in place, putting a framework in place. And, I say often, I don't like, not big on rules, not big on discipline, but thinking of it in terms of a framework to freedom, which is something in the yoga world we call tapas, this discipline, this fire of change. That makes more sense to me. Framework to freedom, that word I like. So this is what I'm going to try to do. This is what my Bhāvanā is going to be, is that when I wake up, I'm not going to check my phone. I'm not going to check my email and my messages. I think I have a sense, I derive a sense of importance from my work and these things, which, you know, it's good to be proud of your work, but it takes me out of the moment. It's a distraction. And I want to set up again a morning practice. I'm not sure how that'll look yet, but I'll keep you posted on that. So open to ideas. Something that's doable to me. I don't want to stress myself out about it. So I think often we set up things that aren't attainable for us. Like I'm going to journal for an hour, do yoga for an hour, and then meditate for an hour, and you know, whatever. That would not be attainable for me anyway. Maybe it is for you. But set up something that's workable. One of my friends, Shay, I don't know if you'll see this or not, but said that she changed her morning practice. She was actually getting, feeling, I guess she was kind of shaming herself in a way of not doing her morning practice, or it was becoming a challenge to her, and then she would feel bad about it, about not accomplishing it. So she decided that she was going to, her morning practice was going to be to lay on her yoga mat and to ask herself, what is it that you need today? And I think that's so beautiful. Super beautiful. I might have ad-libbed that, but I think that's what I took from it. So yeah, there's an idea. But to really create the space to ask myself for what to do, not waking up, having to head somewhere right away, or I often will set my alarm for 15 minutes before I need to be somewhere or leave to get somewhere. So I really want to scale back. I want to do what it takes to find more presence. I want to be more connected with the people that I love and those around me, with nature, the beautiful places that I travel. And I feel like I lost a lot of presence last year. I travel all the time, and I wasn't able to enjoy so many places that I was last year due to me being gone in my head. I don't want to do that again. It breaks my heart. So that's what I'm working on for the next few days, is finding a sustainable way to cultivate more presence. So I want that to involve a little bit of journaling, a little bit of movement, a little bit of meditation, a little, just kind of a Mod Podge of self-care, and see what works and be flexible and willing to change and shift along with things. But anyway, I just wanted to share that. I'm gonna go back and take some me time right now. I'm gonna go get a pen and my journal, and I'm gonna do some of that right now. Peace, y'all. Love from Thailand.